Okay, so we got another factoring here, factoring a quadratic, trinomial form, and the number in front of x squared is not 1. Okay, so we're going to have to, there's a couple methods to do it. This one I'm just going to do a guess check, kind of brute force, just try a bunch of different things and see what works. Okay, so we know it's going to factor in two binomials, so we can go ahead and put, our two binomials in. Okay. And since your b value and your c value, the number in front of x and the constant, are negative, that means one of your factors has to be negative, the other one has to be positive. Okay, so you could arbitrarily just put in a plus and a minus. Okay, because since we're just kind of guessing and checking, we're gonna, we could change that later if we need to. All right, now this one's kind of tough because, your a value has a couple different factors, your c value has a couple different factors. So let's just go ahead and list all of them. So 6x squared, we know whatever numbers in each first slot. Okay, so this slot and this slot, those two numbers have to multiply to 6x squared. Well, what numbers multiply to 6? Well, our options are going to be 2 and 3 or 1 and 6. Okay. All right, and then your the last slot, this and this multiplied together have to give us 20. Okay, so we got to think of all the numbers that could multiply to 20. Okay. Well, that would be 1 and 20, 2 and 10, 4 and 5. Okay, so we potentially have 6 different possibilities. Okay, and I'm just going to pick one to start. We're just going to kind of pick and then see what happens. If it doesn't work, we'll try a different pair. All right, so the first slot I'm going to pick, I'll try 2x and 3x. Okay, and again, the sign part doesn't matter right now. If we end up having the opposite sign, we'll just switch the plus and the minus. And then I'll pick a factor of 20. I usually like to start in the middle, so I'll try 4 and 5. Okay, I like to pick factors that are close together, and then we'll see how far away we are. All right, so then you want to do a quick inside-outside multiplication. Inside would be 4 times 3x, which is 12x. Outside being 2x times 5, negative 5, which is negative 10x. Okay. We need these two multiplications. We need inside and outside multiplications to add together to be our middle term. Okay. The middle term is negative 19x. 12x minus 10x is 2x, so those don't work. All right. So we'll erase that. We'll erase the 4 and the 5. And I'll try another one, 2 and 10. Okay. So put 2 here, 10 out here. Do the inside, outside. Inside gives us 6x. Outside, 2x and negative 10. That gives us negative 26x. Okay, so that doesn't work either. We need negative 19. Okay. So erase those. Now the one thing we could try is we did 4 and 5 and 2 and 10. We could flip them around and try 5 and 4. Okay, because that's going to give us a different answer. So we'll try that one. You get a 5x, it'll be 15x on the inside. Negative 8x on the outside. Combine those, you get 7x. All right, so we're kind of striking out here. Still not getting 19. All right. We tried 2 and 10. Let's try 10 and 2. Okay. 10 and 3x is 30x. 2 and 2 is 4x. Negative 4x, that gives you 26 again. Not what we want. All right. Now, I haven't done 1 and 20 yet. 1 and 20 is going to give us a big inside-outside number. So, we could try it. But I have a pretty good feeling it's not going to work. This is going to give us 60x. That's going to be nowhere near 19, which is what we need. Negative 2x. Yeah, nowhere close. And if we flip them around, it's going to be the same thing, so I'm not even going to bother. Okay. All right, well, what that means is our first numbers are wrong. So it's not going to be 2x and 3x. So instead, it's probably going to, it has to be 1x and 6x. Okay. So I'll change that to 1x. I'll change the first term over here to 6x. Okay. All right, now we'll try again. Again, I like to start with whichever factors are closest together. So I'm going to pick 4 and 5 again. Okay. And this happens sometimes. Sometimes you get lucky and you pick the first time, first try, you get it right. Sometimes it might be the last try. Okay. It's kind of the downside of guess and check. Okay. All right, so I put 4 and 5 in. That gives me 24x on the inside multiplication. It gives me negative 5x on the outside multiplication. Okay. 24 minus 5 is 19x. Okay. So you might be thinking that's what we need. That's not what we need, though. We need negative 19x, and we have positive 19x. Okay. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to change the signs. Instead of having plus 4 on the left factor and minus 5 on the right factor, we're going to change those signs and just change the plus to a minus and the minus to a plus. Okay. Now again, do the quick inside-outside. That changes this to negative 24x. It changes the outside to positive 5x. Combine those and you get 19x. Negative 19x. Which is what we need. Okay. All right, so inside-outside work. We know 1x and 6x is 6x squared. The inside-outside gives us negative 19x. And then the last terms together give us negative 20x. So this is our factored form. Okay. So that one took a little longer. But your final answer will be x minus 4, 6x minus 5. Okay. Again, it's one of the downsides of guess check. Sometimes you guess right first, sometimes it takes a while.